Okay, so I decided to look ahead for March to see what was going to happen so I could start prepare and maybe jump down a rabbit hole or two. And oh my gosh, we don't walk into March. March pulls us in. It doesn't ask if we're ready. It doesn't give us time to adjust. It moves. And whether we realize it or not, we move with it. So the energy of March, well, it's not going to be gentle. It's a force. It's a shift. It's a moment when all the pieces we've been holding on to suddenly don't fit together anymore. This isn't just another month on the calendar. This is a breaking point between the past and the future. We have spent weeks, months unraveling, reflecting, releasing. Pisces season has asked us to dream, to surrender, to let go of what we cannot control. And for a while, it may have even felt like we were drifting a bit. And now the current changes, okay? So about midway through the month, the sun moves into Aries, right? The fire of Aries is rising. The momentum is undeniable. And when the door opens, we walk through. Well, or do we? Because, here's the thing about March. It's just not going to open up a door. It's going to open up tons of doors. And none of all of them, not all of them, none of all of them, not all of them, won't lead where we think they're going. Some are shortcuts, and some will be detours, and some lead exactly where we always knew we were meant to go. But we don't know which is which until we start moving. So, I mean, March 2025, change. It's undeniable. And some of us will be pushed, and some of us will leap. Some of us will hesitate. We'll hold on to those last remnants of what was, wondering if we're truly ready for what lays ahead. The first half of the month, the sun is in Pisces. We're feeling, we're dreaming, we're processing, we're healing. We're allowing our intuition to show us where to put our focus. Our inner compass guides us. And we can sense that things are changing, but we really can't put our finger on it. You might want to bookmark this and come back around mid-month, because right about mid-month, everything accelerates. Okay, Mercury enters Aries. Thoughts sharpen, words quicken. Suddenly, where we were hesitant in Pisces is replaced with this urgency, this directness, this need to act. Our words will command. Our words will have a heartbeat of their own. Conversations that felt vague, we're going to demand clarity. Ideas that once lived in our mind, we are going to execute the plan. And not only that, but right away, the sun is meeting Saturn. So this is a reality check. The plans we've been toying with either gain structure or collapse under, the weight of their own weakness. They just don't have the substance in order to make it tangible. It's a reality check. It's where we have to look at our own self-discipline, our responsibilities, our obligations, our long-term commitments. I mean, those kinds of things are going to be tested. And chances are they're going to be strengthened through the process. And then we have the full moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo. And eclipses don't just illuminate. They reveal, they expose, they redirect us. And Virgo's precision demands us to look at the details we have been avoiding, the habits we have been neglecting, the work we've been moving to the back burner on the shelf, putting it off for maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Where in our lives have we been just hoping things would work themselves out? It'll just, one day we'll wake up and there we are. Because maybe through the Pisces season, we relied too much on our intuition or our inner compass. And we didn't put logic into the factor at all. Or maybe it was just sheer faith and not having the facts to back up that faith. Wishful thinking, once the reality check comes in, we know we need a plan. So it's a moment of clarity, probably in its rawest form. But, the thing I love about Virgo energy is that it doesn't point out what's wrong or what doesn't have value. It shows us how to make it right. It shows us how to fix it. It shows us how to move forward with a strength. If we're willing to look at the truth, if we're ready for the work. And then, oh my gosh, it's like a floodgate opening. Okay, the full moon and the lunar eclipse shook us into this awareness. It's like the dam breaks here. The sun and north node align. So a moment when destiny whispers, or maybe for some of us it'll shout. Doors will appear all over. Choices arise from all over. A path that felt so uncertain suddenly makes itself known to us. And there's no way we can be passive about this. The North Node doesn't hand us our future on a silver platter. We've been talking about the North Node and how it has been, for the entire month of February and into the first week of March, has been really in a soft or exact conjunct, right? Neptune and the North Node. So it presents the opportunities to us. It sees our dreams and it presents the opportunities to us. But it's up to us. Free will and all that, huh? It's up to us to step into it. The sun will merge with Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. A final moment of surrender. Neptune dissolves barriers. Asks us to let go of our illusions, or to see our illusions and see what dreams can be tangible in our life, can become reality in our life. And at 29 degrees of Pisces, okay, that is the last degree of the zodiac, right? Then we go to 1 degree of Aries, the brand new beginning. So this is like a deep exhale before the rebirth, a moment of divine release. For some of us, it's going to feel like, a weight of an old chapter finally being lifted from us. And for others, it may feel like a little bit of a free fall into the unknown. And then we have the Equinox. Okay, sun moves into Aries, first sign of the zodiac, and just like that, let's start again. A brand new astrological year for us. A new fire, a new direction. And we're strong because Mercury has just gone into Aries, right? So it's very strong. And this year, it's bigger than ever, because it's just not about new beginnings. It's turning points. I said days before the equinox, the sun meets Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces, the final degrees. And so that could lean towards something is dissolving, or a story is ending. Maybe a chapter that defined us, or shaped us, or carried us, is closing, for us to step into the elevated path, into the new paths. Doorways will open, paths will appear. And then we can't forget we're going to have a solar eclipse in Aries. Okay, so this isn't a shift. This is a launch. For goodness sakes, it's that cosmic push forward. It's gentlemen, start your engines. It's setting the tone for the next 6 months. And the universe is saying, it's time. And Neptune, okay? Just when we think we've seen it all, March 30th, Neptune. After 14 years in Pisces, first time ever in this century, does Pisces move into Aries. And that dream we've carried, that vision we've held, it's going to be time to take action. It's a full circle moment. And for what may have seemed like years that we have been dreaming, we have been feeling, we have been waiting, right? 14 years of Neptune in Pisces, in dreamland. I mean, Neptune rules Pisces. It was so happy there. But it does love Aries because Aries puts context to the dream. It allows the beginnings of the dream to become tangible. It allows us to have a plan. So now is when we move. This is it, okay? The final bridge between what was and what will be. And after this, I mean, it's all about creating the new beginnings in our life, stepping into it. So March is a very high energy, okay? So know that there's going to be days when we are going to be completely exhausted. There's going to be days when we have so much energy we don't know what to do with it. We become restless. Remember to channel that energy. And when you're tired, take a break, meditate, journal. And believe in you, believe in your dreams. And take this energy and embrace it. And go forward with a strength, with a clarity. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.